Hi, good morning, friends. Welcome back to CodeJupiter.com. So today we're gonna learn how to make your website faster and performance tuning and the website best practices. So I have figured out several things that you can follow while developing your website, and it start from the server, your coding practices, and your front end and your script rendering, all these stuffs, and request responses. So how can you make your website faster? I have listed out couple of things. I have just didn't mention in detail, so you can see in my blog I write couple of months ago how to load your website faster. I mentioned number of requests. It's really very important to list the number of requests and reduce your content size, and the content should be very less. Suppose you load 1 MB content, it's too huge. Coding practices, synchronous loading, caching, and dynamic loading, fast web server. You should choose the fast web server, and CDN minification. One of them is font icon. Font icon is very important. So while you are focusing to attract customer using the images or some styles, so you should use font icon instead of using the images for icons. You can see it. I have used it here. This icon and this one. This is not an image, so it's a icon font. Just like font you text you see, it's one of them. How can you design and how it works? So we'll explain it here now. So let's start with one project. Okay, start new website. How can you use that icon so efficiently, and how can you generate your custom icon? Suppose you go to a site and you need some custom icon which is specific, very specific to your project, you can use. So you can design in SVG and import it and embed in font, so you can use that one. We'll learn how we can do so. Okay, let's create a website. I will rename it. Icon font or font icon. Website performance tuning, font icon. Okay, let's start. Here you go. You can add one new file, HTML file. Okay, for an example, it's your site and it's a page. And you need to add one CSS file, so where you can write your CSS. And now let's have a font file or font folder. So for this, your font, all the icon fonts you can use. Now what you need to do, several websites are providing that they have designed several fonts icon, and you can get it for free. And if you go for premium, they have huge lots of 10,000 20,000 icons they have designed for your, which are common in use. Suppose for example you want to use the Facebook share or Google share or YouTube icon or Twitter. You don't need to use image. You can what is the best in font icon is you can customize the color, size, shape, which is very scalable. It won't stretch. You can stretch to any extent, and it won't be so messy. It will be very clear, and you can resize and customize your color and lots of things. What you can do, you can use if you use SVG also, you can use gradient view. Lots of things you can do in font file. And what is the best in font file? Why should you use the font file? it reduces the number of requests. Suppose you use, for example, 100 icons in your website. Okay, different icon, user sign in, menu, lots of things are there, sharing, social sharing, and cart, lots of things are there. Suppose you use 100 icons. If you use image, what you can do, you will have 100 requests to your server to fetch all those icons. What else you can do? You can do embedded all the images in one image file, and you can sprite that also. But it is not recommended to have images in your site. Even you see how Google opens very fast. If you, all the Google application or Google website, if you go for Gmail, or you can see it's very high performance, because Google doesn't like to use images in any of its website. So in Gmail you see several sorts of icon like delete, trace, and forward, lots of things are there, refresh, arrow, back arrow, forward. So what Google does, Google use icon font also. Modern website that support icon font, even starting from i8 you can have the font icon with support. Even I think i6 or i7 also support icon font. Okay, let's what we can do. There are several websites you can use icon font. So for example, you go Font Awesome or ICO Moon are also there. This is the website normally I use. Sorry, ICO Moon. This is the website. Sorry. ICO Moon.io. Sorry, accidentally I typed something wrong. This is the website you can choose, or Font Awesome. You can Google it, free font icon. You can find several icons. And this is ICOMoon.io. You can now choose ICO Moon app, where you can include your fonts. They are providing free fonts, and you can buy for premium. Suppose you like some different you want to import some different icons, so you can import either. And if you want custom, suppose you don't have any icon, you design it in SVG and you can import it here. Also I'll show that in this video also, how you can create your own custom icon and import that. For example, use home icon, edit icon. Suppose this is details or user profile, and you can have several icons like refresh icon. You can have user icon. You can search anything else. For example, this is the user icon you can use. They are providing, and these are the premium pack, so you can buy if you like. There are arrow icon also. You can choose any of these. Suppose this one I chose. Okay, what I can do it here. Next, I selected 6 icons. You can see it, all these selected icons. And now what I can do, I can generate font. All these icons are imported into a font file. So the glyphs, you can see it here. You can use it, and there are several ways to use as a class or attribute. You can select options here. There are options here. You can use it. And support for i8 also they have mentioned it here. CSS selector, you can use your custom selector for this font, or you can use in class or attribute or in iTag. Okay, let's see. I choose as use as a class, so I selected it. Okay, next I can download it. Okay, let's go to the download path directly, no problem. Yes. Oh, it didn't download. Okay, let's see why. Oh, sorry, I opened it. Okay, let's save it. Sorry, accidentally I opened that one. Now I found it here. So yeah, what you can do, you can extract all the file here. I see all these files. What you need the font, all the fonts. Copy all the font, different EOT, SVG, TTF, because different browsers support different extensions. So you can choose all, and it will load only those who supports font. Paste here. And what you need is the CSS. And you should keep the select sections.json, because suppose next time you want to import and manage, edit some, remove some icon and add new, all the selections icon, selected icons would be in JSON files. So you can use that one. Okay, let's paste this in our style. You see it used selected icon. All the selected icon which use it mentions the glyph, the content in the font file. So you can use it. How you can use it, I can show you. First we imported the font into different font paths, so it's inside the fonts. Then here, so what you can do, it's already a fonts icon. Okay, now let's use it. Suppose you have, you need to show one icon here. Suppose anchor tag, you can mention class icon. Icon is the extension that you use for all the icons. Now you can specify icon home, suppose. Now let's run our applications. It's loaded, but we didn't see any icon here. Might be some issue. Let's fix it. Sometimes you may encounter this issue. Let's see in our debugger tool whether the font loaded or not. So you can see in the network, it loaded all the HTML but didn't load the font. Let's see why. Yeah, I got it, because we didn't include the CSS at all. So the CSS we wrote it here, so it should include in a HTML file. We need to stop and again include the CSS. Okay, now you can see, yeah, can you see the home icon now? Yeah, that's what we go. Now what you can do, suppose we want this icon to be a bigger, so look like big, so we can have we have mentioned the font size here. By default they have, but we can specify the font size here. Font size for icon, at least suppose 20px, for example. We can increase it to 40. You can see we change the icon file. Instead we can have another icon here. You can change the color either. Aqua or blue. You can specify any color. Now see the color changed. Okay, got it. So you can use your icons. So you don't need to now image. You can specify the font color for a specific icon instead of declaring here. Suppose you want home icon to be specific color and user icon to specific color, you can make that too. So what here you can go and specify the icon home blue. You see the size and what I specified for this icon. Suppose now what happens, now these are the free icons that I used from the site. So suppose what can I do now, how can I import my own icon? Suppose I need one custom icon but I didn't find it here for free, or so this is the point. How can I use that one? Yeah, we can use that one. Go to some other site, those who provide icons, SVG icon, you can find somewhere else. If you have the SVG, you can use it here. For example, go to iconfinder.com. This website normally I use. You can find different websites, they are providing. You see 17 lakhs 25,000 icon already they are providing for free. You can choose any icon here. For example, suppose I didn't like this icon, user icon something, I want to use the different user icon here, or I didn't like this glyph, so I can change it. What I can do, and go to icon finder, suppose search user. Yeah, you see lots of icon having the user icon, and what you can choose for free. Suppose you can filter it and you don't need any licensing, no licensing filter. You can choose for commercial use, and the size you select here doesn't matter. You can choose either, because it's scalable, so that's not important. Suppose you want this icon or whatever icon you want to use, and you can filter the SVG only. For example, I want to use this icon, so what you can do, you can click on this SVG. Now you got download the SVG. Now you can see we have SVG for this icon. What you can do now, go to the ICO Moon, import. We have import icons. So what you can do, you can import your custom icon and include it in font file. So import this icon, and before that what I would recommend, you rename that one. So in the CSS file it will add the name. So before that what you can do, the name in CSS you want to use, so use the same name, user1. Suppose for example input icon user1 SVG, this one suppose I selected. Now I'll import it again, generate font. Okay, I have already predefined the, so it will say. Now download it, save file. If you go here, you can find it's already downloaded, so you can extract it, and you have to, what you have to do, you have to copy all this font file again and replace with your old one, replace with a new one. So first replace all, and the same way you have to replace the CSS also. Sorry, accidentally I typed something, so I want to report it. Control A, Control C. Paste it. I want the user, another user that I've downloaded now, so I can use this one. If you want to use specific color, you can use it. Else, I can use the one. Now see, you have two different icons for user. You see this one, and you can specify the size for this one. So for you can specify at least medium size. Come on, you can font size 40px. Now see, it is different icon from this one, and it's looking gray because you have specified the color here. You can remove it if you want to be dark or any color. Now see, it's different icon. Okay, I think you enjoy the video, and this way you can increase your performance of the website, so you don't need to add any images to your application. You can use font icon. Suppose you use 150, no matters, however you can include in one font file and use it. So it contains a glyph, so it's text and contains some few bytes, so you don't need to add images in your website. And the images, normally what happens, it's not scalable, so if you resize, the image will be looking very bad. So this is the best way you can use. Thank you. Please subscribe if you like this video. Please share and have a like, and please comment if you want to give your feedback or suggestions. Thanks.